Hey guys, hi. I hope you're having a good day today. For Christians among us, I hope you went to church. I did. Not been long that I came back. So my books arrived. Some of my books really. Two of them came in yesterday, but I thought, no, I'm not gonna open it because I will make a live video and we can open it together. Okay, so that because I need my friends to engage with me, when it comes with my books. When I wrote the first book that I wrote, which was Unleash Your Inner Confidence, a lot of you engaged with me with that book, but after then I had written several other books, but obviously I haven't been that very active on here before now, so many didn't really know that I've written more books. So I thought, oh, why not? I'm gonna try to create more content surrounding my writings and my books and stuff that I do that you probably do not know about, so that you can also engage with me on that level. So it came, it was delivered yesterday. I haven't even opened it. I'm very, very excited to see what it looks like, Oh. When you create these things, like when I'm writing or when I'm doing some creative stuff, I'm so deep into it, like so engulfed in it that I hardly think about anything else. I just want to get it done. That's usually who I am. So I'm excited. I'm always excited whenever my book gets delivered to me, because then that would be me seeing my work, my creative work. Yeah, you can see it's still in bubble wrap, and I got some bubble wraps. Ooh, I love bubble wraps. So when it comes like this, that's like me having the opportunity to be able to see what I've created and to, like the cover, to see the book itself, the quality of it, because that's exactly how my customer or my reader or someone out there would be able to see it. So let's see. Oh, it looks so good already. My goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. I love this one. Just look at that. Look at that baby. Look. Oh, this is so good. This is actually so good. So this is the resilient journey of 100 overcomers. I designed this cover and I created it myself, and I'm in love with it. It's just how I imagined it to be. And you can see the volume of the book. It's how many pages have I got here? It's 234 pages. That's what this book is. So this is my book called Against, I've got a series that is Against All Odds series. So this series is all about inspiration, inspirational stories, motivational stories, stories of resilience, So on this series, I have the resilient journeys of 1,000 overcomers, and also on this series, I have inspirational journeys of not 1,000, sorry, 100. And I've got inspirational journeys of 100 world changers. So this came, like I said, 2 books came, but I'm just so excited about this one. This is one of my books that I am very, very proud of. Even if I say so myself, there is nothing like it out there. It's 100 stories that would keep you motivated. I hate glasses. I wish I can see without them. All right, so I need to take it out for now since I'm not reading. So I was saying that even if I say so myself, there's nothing like this book out there. You know why? Because it's got 100 inspirational stories, stories of resilience. People that have gone through stuff in life and they came out shining, and they put through it. So you need to try and lay your hands on this book. And it's what is it called? It's on World I forgot the word. But what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, it's on worldwide distribution. So, which means if you just type in the name of the book, you would be able to see so many websites that sell it in so many countries all over the world. So whether you live in Africa, you live in America, you live in Europe, you live in Asia, you would be able to order this book from a bookstore near you, especially online. So like I said, this is one of my books that I'm really very, very proud of, because it's about resilience, it's about inspiration, it's about, you know, to keep you going. So there are short stories in the book, and there are 100 of them. So you can see Nkechi first, that's me. The resilient journeys of 100 overcomers against all odds. So stories about people. So I'm just gonna, this is the table of content. I don't know how good you can see it. So there are several stories in this book. There are about 100 of them. But I will quickly just read, okay, that's the preface and the introduction. Probably read the introduction just for you to understand more about what this book is about. Look at it there. It looks so fun. I love it already. I created this and I'm so proud of it. I'm not only proud of the writing, but I'm very proud of the book cover. So the introduction says, life has a way of testing our resilience, often when we least expect it. I learned the first hand one fateful night when I woke up to the sights and sounds of fire trucks, police cars and ambulance outside my window. It was 1:45 a.m. on a Sunday. I woke up to a strange noises and a sense of unease. Peering out my window, I saw flashing lights and emergency vehicles lining the street. My first thought was of concern for a neighbor. Perhaps someone was ill or there had been a fight. I opened my door to find out that what was happening, only to be met by a wall of fire. Within moments, my home was ablaze. So this is my own true life story. This is the one I'm reading now as part of the introduction. It's my own life story. The fire had started in the roof space of our buildings and quickly spread. The intensity and speed of the fire was overwhelming. Within 10 minutes of our rescue, my entire flat was consumed by flames. Over 40 firefighters arrived in the scene, evacuating 33 residents and battling the flames that had turned our homes into a fiery inferno. The loss was immense. My home, along with 2 other flats on the top floor, was completely destroyed. But amidst the ashes and debris, I found something unexpected, a renewed sense of gratitude for life and a deep-seated resilience I never knew I possessed. That night was undoubtedly one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, but it also underscored the strength of the human spirit, my spirit, in the face of adversity. It reminded me that while we may not have control over the challenges life throws at us, we do have control over how we respond to them. In the Resilient Journeys of 100 Overcomers, which is this book, I'm just reading out the introduction. Against all odds, you will find stories of individuals who, like me, faced unexpected and significant challenges. These are stories of resilience, of individuals who, when faced with adversity, found within themselves the strength to persevere and overcome. These are not just stories of survival, but of transformation. They are narratives of individuals who turned their adversity into opportunities for growth, who used their challenges as catalysts for change, just as the fire that consumed my home sparked a new chapter in my life. The challenges these individuals faced ignited their own journeys of resilience. As you read these stories, my hope is that you find comfort, inspiration, and a renewed sense of strength. May these narratives remind you of your own capacity for resilience and inspire you to face your challenges with courage, determination, and unwavering belief in your ability to overcome. So this is the introduction. I mean, that the story I just read is a bit of my own experience. I like when I write, I always, even when I talk or tell my story, I like to use myself as the first example, so you can connect, because I believe that if you connect with me, then you would be able to connect with the story that I tell. So this is actually a book of stories of resilience. You can see, as the title says, the resilient journeys of 100 overcomers, people who overcame adversities. And yes, so it's got 3 sections. The first section is you read about personal stories of people who survived, through adversity. And I'm just going to read the first story, and probably that will be it. So the first story says the unseen battle, and it's nestled among the historic landmarks and bustling streets of London lived Emily, a high-flying lawyer renowned for her razor-sharp intellect and charismatic presence. Yet, beneath the facade of her professional success, Emily was grappling with an unseen adversary, the dual specters of depression and anxiety. Emily's condition was a well-guarded secret, shrouded behind her efficiency and eloquence in the courtroom. In the silence of her solitude, she was a hostage to an unsettling emptiness and relentless anxiety, a stark contrast to her public persona. I'm just going to break this a little bit more. Like the story says, this is the story of Emily, and the title is The Unseen Battle. On the outside, Emily is full of life. People think everything is going on well with her, but nobody knew what she was dealing with inside. And many of us are like that, including myself. Before I came out to say how sick I was, and obviously because of my surgery, I wanted to put it out there anyway. So many people didn't know what I was dealing with. And it's not just me. It's like something we all witnessed, probably still witnessing or are still witnessing, So this is the story of Emily. She's doing well as a lawyer and people respect her. But people didn't know professionally she was, high up there. But nobody knew what Emily was dealing with. So even amidst her struggle, Emily resisted seeking help, fearful of the societal stigma attached to mental health and the perceived weakness it might suggest. Thus, she carried on her solitary struggle, her pain masked by a smile, her laughter echoing over her silent screams. Everything changed when a severe panic attack at work shattered Emily's carefully maintained facade. This episode served as a stark wake-up call, prompting her to seek help finally. Bolstered by the support of a close friend, Emily embarked on the challenging path of therapy. So remember, Emily didn't want people to know what was wrong with her, and that is like most of us, especially Africans. They sabi to hide. We hide everything. Even when you're sick, you're hiding it, and you forget that you are not the cause of your sickness. You didn't make yourself sick. If you didn't choose to be sick, if you had your way, you won't be sick. So, but we sabi to hide. We can hide for Africa. Oh, don't tell anybody. Hush, 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 hush. Don't let anybody know you're sick. And don't let anybody know that I'm sick. Now so you go hide. Next thing you hear is that the person is dead. Oh well. So, what am I saying? Just like most of us, most people that we know, Emily didn't want anybody to know what was wrong with her. She didn't want anybody to know that she was sick. She didn't want anybody to know that she was depressed until when she had that attack, and that changed it for her. So through the help of a friend, Emily, had to seek therapy. And navigating the labyrinth of mental health, Emily began to comprehend her feelings of emptiness and anxiety, not as personal feelings, but as symptoms of her condition. She learned the critical importance of self-care and started to incorporate mindfulness and relaxation techniques into her routine. So when Emily South therapy, she began to understand that it is not her fault that she's depressed. It's not her fault that she's sick. She began to understand that it doesn't, that you're depressed doesn't mean that you have failed in life, or it doesn't mean that you're not doing something wrong. Emily sought therapy and she was able to understand this. So therapy was no easy journey for Emily, peppered with days of overwhelming emotions and moments of self-doubt. But Emily, resilient and determined, persisted, committed to reclaiming her life from the shadow of her mental health conditions. Gradually, Emily felt a transformation within her. She learned to understand her emotions better and developed strategies to manage her symptoms. She discovered strength in her vulnerability, realizing that seeking help was not a weakness but a testament to her resilience. And I'm going to emphasize on this. Seeking help, especially when you know that something is wrong, whether it's health, economically, morally, whichever way you perceive that something might be wrong and you need help, I think it's always advisable to reach out. It is not a sign of weakness when you reach out to seek for help. It doesn't mean you have failed yourself. It doesn't mean you have failed your family or failed whoever that is looking up to you. But what it means, it is a sign of strength that you're able to reach out and seek for help when you need it. And that is what saved Emily's life. Emily reached out to seek for help. So gradually, Emily felt a transformation within herself. She learned to understand her emotions better and developed strategies to manage her symptoms. She discovered strength in her vulnerability, realizing that seeking help was not a weakness, but a testament to her resilience. Emily's struggle was a battle fought behind the closed doors of her London apartment, away from the public eye. Like I said earlier, nobody knew what Emily was going through, because she managed to hide it from the public, and she was going through this depression, this mental health problem, all by herself. Behind closed doors, she's crying, but when she comes out, she tries to put up an appearance, which we all, well, I don't want to say we all, but most of us do. We all try to put up an appearance like everything is perfect, everything is going on well, but behind closed doors, we know that we are really struggling. So at that point, what you need to do is to seek for help, which is what Emily did. All right, so Emily's struggle was a battle fought behind the closed doors of her London apartment, away from the public eye, but it was a battle she won, not by eradicating her mental health conditions, but by learning to live with and manage them. So Emily sought for help. That did not take away whatever struggle she was going through all of a sudden, but she learned how to manage them, how to deal with them. Today, Emily continues to manage her depression and anxiety. She has become a vocal advocate for mental health awareness, using her journey as a beacon of hope for others. Her story, The Unseen Battle, is a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a reminder that even the quietest battles can be won, and that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a beacon of resilience and courage. So this is the first story from my book, titled The Resilient Journey of 100 Overcomers. So there are 99 more stories from where this came from. And all these stories are, I carefully told them to inspire not just myself, but to inspire someone else, to motivate, to let you know that you are not alone in whatever thing you're struggling with or you're going through. There are billions of people in the world, and whatever problem you have, trust me, you're not the first person to have that problem. There are so many other people who are going through the same challenges, but the thing is, how you deal with the challenge, it's what matters at the end of the day. So like the story I read of Emily was struggling on her own. She didn't want to seek help. She didn't want anybody to know what was going on with her. But the moment, she had that attack that nearly took her life, that was a turning point for her. She realized, no, I need to reach out. I need to seek for help. And she did, and it saved her life. It helped her to start managing her situation. And so her seeking help was a testament of her resilience. Okay, so I said there are so many stories, and now that we're here, I think I'll just read one. This one is set in India, and it's the 69th story. I just chose it randomly, and it's the silent understanding. So dive into the world of Priya, a vivacious woman from the bustling city of Mumbai, India. Priya shared a deep bond with her childhood friend, Meera, a bond that was tested when Meera moved to London for higher studies. Their friendship was filled with shared meals, laughter, and daily interactions, suddenly became a relationship maintained through phone calls, texts, and occasional visits. The drastic change was challenging for Priya, who deeply missed her friend's physical presence. At first, Priya struggled with the transition. She felt the void left by Meera's absence and found the digital communication a poor substitute for their in-person interactions. The time difference and their busy schedule also made it difficult to connect regularly. I'm sure so many of us can connect with this story. You know, we have friends that maybe we left to go abroad, or we left to move to another city or to another town, and you know, these are people that you used to see every day, you talk to every day, you do stuff together, but once that distance comes in as a barrier, those things that you used to do together, you're not able to do it anymore. And it's not everybody that can cope with it, and also it's not everybody that is very internet savvy. Even when they are, they just don't like using internet stuff. Some people are like that anyway. Okay, so at first, yeah, we've done with that. However, Priya valued her friendship with Meera. She decided to navigate the complexities of their long-distance friendship and find ways to keep their bond strong. She started by setting up regular video call dates, ensuring they both had a dedicated time to catch up. She also made an effort to share her daily life with Meera through pictures and messages, keeping their connections alive despite the distance. For her part, Meera reciprocated Priya's efforts. She shared her new experiences in London, sent Priya local goodies, and made sure to visit Priya whenever she was back in Mumbai. Over time, Priya and Meera found their friendship had not only survived the test of distance, but had also grown stronger. They learned to appreciate their bond more, realizing that their friendship was not dependent on proximity, but on their mutual respect, understanding, and care for each other. I think these are the key words in this story for me. Mutual respect, understanding, and care for each other. You have to put in an effort if you want a relationship to work. This is just what this story is all about. If you want a friendship to work, you need to put in an effort. So these were two friends who lived in India, and one moved to London. But the one that stayed back in India was struggling because her friend had left her. But she did not just say, oh, well, she don't japa now, make she japa. So as she done japa, her life done better past me, make I just leave him. No, she did not say that. She made an effort to maintain the friendship, you know, by making sure that she calls her friends, she keeps her up to date, and she messages her. You know, she could see from the story that Priya put in some effort for that friendship to stay alive. And Meera, on her own part, reciprocated. So it means that a relationship, you know, it's a two-way thing. And you know, the left hand will wash the right hand will wash the left hand. So that's how they were able to keep their friendship alive. And whenever Meera goes back to India, she makes sure that she goes to see her friend. So in a nutshell, or rather, the summary of this is that we need to put in an effort in everything that we're doing with other people. You know, you need to be able to make sacrifices if something is very important to you. Take a friendship away. If it's something that you need, something you want to have, something you want to get, a business you want to set up, something you want to do, you need to be able to put in that effort, you know, to do something about it. Or if there's a problem, you need to do something about it to change the situation. So the unheard friendship is a story of Priya and Meera's journey of maintaining a long-distance friendship. It shows the resilience required to navigate the challenges of such friendship and the efforts to keep the bond alive. It serves as a reminder reminder that friendships are not bound by geographical boundaries, but are built on shared history, mutual efforts, and the silent promise of being there for each other no matter the distance. So that's really about that, the unseen climb. Let me introduce, so I'll take another story because more people are joining us and they missed the other part of the story. So guys, if you just joined in, thank you so much. I'm talking about my book, The Resilient Journeys of 100 Overcomers. So the book is about people who have overcome situations, and the book is set in so many countries of the world, like everywhere in the world, really. There's a story from there. So it's about resilience, it's about inspiration, it's about motivation, it's about letting you know that whatever you're going through in life, you are not the only person going through that thing. There are many other people in the world going through the same situations, and this book helps you to understand how people navigate certain situations and how you can stay resilient, So it's just a book of stories. It's not going to bore you because you read inspirational stories that would help you in your life journey. Okay, so I'm going to take this one, which is day 53, and it's on page 113, and it's the unseen climb. Let me introduce you to Samuel, a young man hailing from a low-income neighborhood in Johannesburg, South Africa. His world was far removed from the glossy skyscrapers and bustling courtrooms he dreamt of. He wanted to be a lawyer, but he was nothing close to that. He wanted to become a lawyer. From a young age, Samuel was actually aware of the injustices that plagued his community. He dreamed of using the law to bring about change. However, his path to becoming a lawyer was laden with obstacles. His family could barely afford basic necessities, let alone law school. But Samuel was not one to give up. He worked multiple jobs after school to save up for his education. He spent nights studying under streetlights when there was no electricity at home. His determination was unwavering, his spirit unbroken. Despite the odds, Samuel excelled in his studies. He won a scholarship to attend the prestigious law school, but the challenges didn't end there. Samuel had to balance his studies with part-time jobs to support his family back home. This is the story of most of us, or most people that I know, including myself. Yet Samuel persevered. He graduated with honors and was offered a position at a renowned law firm. His success, however, did not make him forget his roots. Samuel used his position to advocate for low-income communities, providing pro bono services and working on cases that aimed to bring systematic change. The Unseen Climb is the story of Samuel's journey from a low-income neighborhood to the hallways of justice. It's a testament to the power of resilience, ambition, and the unwavering belief in one's ability to rise above circumstances. It serves as a reminder that no matter where we start, it's the climb that shapes us. And with determination and hard work, the view from the top is within reach. Like, my goodness, look at that. This is a young man who always wanted to be a lawyer, but he came from a poor home and he couldn't afford even to go to school at a time. But that did not stop him. He knew what he wanted. He knew he wanted to be a lawyer, and there were so many injustices going on around him that he wanted to do something about. So that sort of motivated him to keep going. He started working and saving up money and doing all that he can to get himself into school, which he successfully did. Got himself in school, and he saw himself through school by working, doing so many jobs. And he also came out with good grades, irrespective of all the things that he need to go through. He came out with good grades, which is fantastic. And later he got a job, he became a lawyer, and he started helping people going through injustices, helping them with pro bono, and he became massive. That is the story of, in a nutshell, the story of Samuel. I'm not going to stretch this any longer. You can get your hands on this book. It's, like I said, it's on a wide distribution. I can't name all the places where you can find it now. Even if you search the name, The Resilient Journeys of 100 Overcomers, it will pop up online. You will see the bookshop near you where you can get it, especially online. And if you're in America, you can also buy it in store. It's available. And then, oh, I like this one. That's my other book. I told you 2 of my books came in the post yesterday. So this one, Breaking the Cycle, this is actually the second book that I wrote. Breaking the Cycle, a 30-day guide to transforming your habits and improving your life. When you talk about habits, I have firsthand on habits and how they can negatively impact your life. So I think that's what my main inspiration of writing this book. So this is like a workbook. Apart from you have like a 30-day guide of how the things you can do, the guides you can follow to help you overcome your whatever negative habits that you're dealing with, or to improve. You know, there are, apart from, when you talk about habits, not every habit is bad. There are good habits, and obviously there are bad habits. So this book would help you overcome bad habits. It will also help you to build new habits that would help you improve your life. So the title of this book is Breaking the Cycle, a 30-day guide to transforming your habits. And it can also, this book, you can find it on lulu.com just now. That's where it's available for now. Or if you check lulu.com, search Nkechi first, all my books will pop up, and then you'll be able to buy. And this one also has audio. If audio is your thing, you prefer to listen to audio, this book is available on most places that you can listen to podcasts. Actually, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on what's that again, the Google one, what is it called, Android, yeah, Play Store. It's on Play Store. It's it's an Inaudible, Amazon as well. It's in most places actually that you can access audiobook. Just search the title, or if you search my name, sometimes it's easier, Nkechi first, and all my audiobooks would pop out. Okay guys, so that's it. I thought I'll spend this wee time with you this evening just to talk a bit more about my book. I'm gonna try and do this more often. I've written some books, so I need to tell you more about my books, which I haven't been doing for some time. And I mean, apart from supporting me by buying the book, most of my books are for personal development, so they are targeted at helping you become a better person, helping you become more inspired, more motivated, helping you change your life for good. Just so that's the kind of books that I write mostly. So all my books are books that would actually give you practical help. So if you search up Nkechi first on Google, that's the easiest way, or just search books by Nkechi first, they will pop up. But for these ones, these are the titles of the books. This one is The Resilient Journeys of 100 Overcomers, and this is Breaking the Cycle, a 30-day guide to changing your transforming your habits and improving your life. So that's it from me for now, and thank you so much for being here, and I hope we do this again soon. Bye.